when the government is working, definitely talking about the Aden Duale issue, we don't know. We get reports from the media. We don't know how credible it is. You understand? And also, we cannot say that we have all the intels about the same case. We don't know where the investigation is. At the end of the day, are they going to conclude the investigation and say, okay, Mr. Ndwale, we find you with this one and this one. Now is your time to go home. And then probably maybe if you'll be prosecuted, then fine. Yeah. So I don't know. You just don't just come and then you say, okay, just go home.
But Kalin, excuse me, but you know this data that we are talking about. First of all, it was uploaded on the government website. Then they pulled it down on the hospitals that had been paid. Once they realized that they were implicating themselves. Why just not call out corruption and say if it's corruption we did, or do you have some tolerance to corruption if it is the government of William Ruto? Is that the case?
Nobody has tolerance in corruption, definitely, and I'm very sure you agree on that according to your sentiments. Okay, but what I'm trying to say, corruption has always been there. Okay, so the question that we should ask ourselves: have we, as a Kenyan government, have a best way to approach the same case? Because in most cases, when you're talking about corruption, it touches on these big figure people, the high-ended people. Okay, and you don't know how these people operate. We as common citizens, we just hear stories and all that and so forth. So, according to you, if for instance you are the president of the country, and then definitely you say, okay, Aden Duale, just go home because we found you this and this and that. You're implicating yourself with this and that, and just go home. That is according to you. But generally, you don't know what is happening on the ground. You're not with these people all the time. You're just hearing things from the news, hearing things from the media outlets and all that. Okay? So let's give the what do we call the investigation apparatus to do their work. At the end of the day, they give a conclusive report. Yeah? Then we work in that, because you cannot say, okay, fine, I'm supporting Ruto blindly. No. I'm seeing what he's doing. Yeah, there is hope. You know, what is very important is hope. At least there is hope for a better future, for a better tomorrow. That is what we are working. Because you cannot tell me now that, okay, this government is not working, it's corrupt and all that. Okay, let them go home. How sure are you that the new government that is going to come are not going to do anything of the same? Okay, or even worse? How sure are you? Because these are the same people who have been in government.
I think it's fair we give people, if for instance, if I am to say this, if the president stood on the platform that he's going to fight corruption, and he has been unable to fight corruption, and you have said that corruption is endemic in our country, and he has agreed that he's unable to fight corruption, why not give somebody else a chance to try and fight this monster of corruption? If he's unable to do it, if he's saying that we cannot fight corruption, as William Ruto, I'm unable to fight corruption, why not just then vacate and leave it for somebody else? Because we cannot judge somebody who has not been there. And that is why William Ruto is suffering. He has to suffer from the problem of incumbency. Remember, he's been president, and we have seen corruption in his government. So there is no way he can tell us that he's going to fight corruption, whereas he has not even commented on the issue of Aden Duale and what happened with Shah. He has remained mum because those are his cronies, basically.
I believe, I'm sorry for interjecting. I believe he has not commented on the same, because definitely he has not get a conclusive report. That is what I was emphasizing on. Okay? That is what I was emphasizing on. So, we are still talking about corruption. You know, at any point I've not heard Ruto saying that now I've failed to fight corruption. I think there's no any statement of such kind that has been made yet. And if it is come, then definitely that is not going to happen, because he has just started. And you've seen this happening. He just started by the legislature. You know what happened with the legislature? He mentioned that. So generally, let's see where it is going with that, where he is going to go with that. Let's give him time. We see where he's going to with that. Up until that time, you say, okay,
let me just support corruption. He just stated that the legislature has corrupt people.
First
He
of
hasn't
all,
fight corruption totally.
You've interjected really. I'll give you time. I'll just let me finish, then I'll give you time. You'll pass your case. Okay? So what I was trying to say.
If you finish up so that you can give Brian and Frederick also time to speak, then we can open the platform. Yeah.
Oh, very good. Just 30 minutes. Just 30 minutes, I think. Okay. So he has started. Let's give him a chance. 30 seconds, I mean.
He hasn't done anything. Stop lying to us.
Nelson, kindly mute.
Nelson, I don't understand what's wrong with Nelson. You'll have your time and then you'll communicate your issue. Anyway, so what I was saying, he has started. He mentioned about what was happening in the legislature. Okay, so let's see what he's going to do about that. The same thing. Let's see what he's going to do about the Aden Duale's case and the SHA and the whole thing. Okay, we give him time to. Anyway, I'll rest my case there. Thank you.
But also remember, he's the one who has been bribing those members of parliament.
Yeah,
don't forget that.
He's the one. He's the problem.
My friend.
He hasn't done anything. If Ruto wakes up today and fires Duale, that is working. But he hasn't commented anything. And then commenting that MPs are corrupt is not doing the real thing. If he says MP so and so is corrupt, he should be fired. MP so and so is corrupt. That is work. But commenting that all MPs are corrupt, that is not work at all.
Nelson, you know he cannot do that because first of all, it is the president who bribed the senators to impeach Gachagua. So how can he talk about corruption? First of all, I don't like hearing the president talking about fighting corruption. He is the high priest of corruption in the country. Maybe
He's
in
the
Africa,
corrupt.
maybe in the world.
He's the corruption itself. Somebody should not lie to us.
All right, let's hear from Brian. Brian, you have something to say on the topic?
I'm seeing Nelson is so much agitated. Can you give him time to
give him time to
speak up? Then maybe I can come better because
I'm agitated. I'm agitated. Every Kenyan should be agitated for now.
Okay,
Brian, because we are seeing we are losing our country.
Are you a baby or you are? What kind of this person you are?
I'm a person. It doesn't matter because we are debating about the country. We are seeing a country failing. We can't just stay there and keep quiet.
Nelson, we had a topic of discussion and we were asking you people, what are some of the things that the president has done that will make you to vote for him come 2027 and those who are in one term? What are some of the things that he has not done right that will make you not to vote for him? And the second question was about, is DCP dead or not? So those are the two topics of discussion. Kindly, if you can contribute on the topic so that we can carry on.
Do I answer? Or somebody else?
An answer. You wanted to speak. Now
I wanted to speak. First and foremost, our president, Honorable William Ruto, is not following the constitution. The basic thing, following the constitution. The second thing, he hasn't, all his manifesto, he hasn't achieved even one. The third thing, he's just, if we talk about corruption, he's the face of corruption currently. Those three things make me very agitated, very angry to William Ruto because I am one of the people who voted for him because I saw his manifesto. He told us he will follow the constitution. He promised us a lot of things, which he hasn't achieved even one. Even one. For that note, let me try another person. Let me try another person. If he fails, if he performs, okay. Thanks.
All right.
So Okay. Would you allow me to? I'm sorry for laughing, though.
Can I share my thoughts?
You know,
Colin, just hold your horses. Just allow Frederick to speak, then the platform will be open for all of you. So just allow him to speak, then muendelee vile mnataka.
Okay. I would like to start with the second question. That reads, is DCP dead? So let me start with I have 2 points. I think there are 3 points to clarify that DCP is dead. One, I would like to say that DCP itself lacks a unifying leader. The leader we have in DCP is somebody who is strongly rooted on tribal politics. Yeah, the leader can't unify the whole nation as whole. You always speak of Mount Kenya and shareholding, so that is not a unifying leader. Second, recently we saw one of the Mbere candidates defect from DCP to another, I think, to another party, and that clearly shows that DCP is weak. I think the guy realized something, and what I think the guy realized is that the party itself is rooted on the tribal line, so they don't have any agenda, and that is, I think, the reason why their always agenda is one term. It's just to share power. The agenda is just to remove the working government, which they can't do.
Working where?
Allow me to just say what I want to say. So the agenda is just to remove the working government.
Which working?
Just allow me to share my point. So another point ni kwamba, DCP has failed to inspire the youths. As a party, you have to.
Are you a youth?
I'm a youth, my friend, Honorable Tudo. I'm a youth. So just allow me to speak, please. Second point I was talking about is the DCP has failed to inspire the youth. As a party, as a political party, I think it is better to come up with a program yenye ina nurture the young ama the future leaders, and that ukiangalia the self-proclaimed opposition outfit, that is DCP, yani included there, the likes of Rigathi, Eugene Wamalwa, and Kalonzo, and the other, name them. Those officials, they are not youths. And if you see that grouping, there is no youth there. There is no youth. Come to ODM. ODM, there are so many youths. Makaure recently joined ODM. And that's a youth. Yes. There are several youths. And I think those youths are being nurtured to prepare them for future leadership. Ukiangalia lineup yenye DCP walitoa, there is no youth. And that makes them to fail terribly. And I think there is no single Kenya who can stand with the DCP. They are just there to wrangle, to fight for power. And that is my point.
Fred, let me answer you. Let me answer you, please. Because one, first and foremost, you can't compare DCP and ODM. DCP has just been formed like 2 years ago. ODM has been here for forever. You can't compare those two parties and then compare them in the same level. And then you are talking about Makuri. Makuri cannot is not doing anything to that many of yours.
I'm sorry, Mr. Otieno. Anyway, continue.
And then if you're comparing at the youth of ODM, Babu has worked for ODM for this all time, but he wants to be a governor of Nairobi, and ODM is ditching him outside. What a shame to ODM. The person who has fought for you and then you just ditch him because of money.
I want to tell you,
it's a big shame. It's a big shame because Fred, you are talking as you are a member of ODM, and ODM has failed us, has failed youth in totality.
Let me tell you something, Honorable Nelson. You know, in politics, we do believe that loyalty is being rewarded. It's always rewarded. But disloyalty, and even the same Babowino said, disloyalty is punishable and loyalty is rewardable. So get that clear. Ukiona there is a sign
then ODM is the party which should be punished. Should be punished for not involving youth who have been there and have stand by ODM to the
I'm very sure you are just angry.
I'm not angry. I'm angry for what?
You're just angry with ODM, but you don't have any factual.
No, I'm not angry for ODM. I was a member of ODM, but they have failed.
To clarify how ODM should be punished because of disloyalty. Can you give us the reason why you want ODM to be punished? Give us the reason why you want the ODM to be punished.
It has failed the youth. It has failed Babowino.
How?
That's the biggest reason.
Babowino started
as ODM has failed
as a student leader. Let me tell you, Babowino started as a student leader. The same ODM supported Babowino to serve for 2 terms. So how do you want to tell me? How do you want me to believe you that ODM has failed Babowino? Yet the same ODM has supported Babowino for second term, 2 consecutive terms.
Fred,
yeah.
If somebody is let me tell you, the future of ODM was permitting young people like Babowino to emerge as the victors of ODM. But if somebody can be loyal like Babowino, mobilizing youth, support, going to rallies for ODM, and then you want to ditch a guy like that, you think I as a youth will join that party? I can't.
I've just told you that disloyalty is punishable and loyalty is
what has Babu done?
So you have to read between the lines. You have to read.
There's no reading about the lines. You have to tell us here in this 42 people that Babu did this and this. That's why we are punishing Babu. Because
Yes,
you can't tell us, oh, you have to read between the lines. Tell us the facts. We can't debate with we can't debate with you without facts.
I have facts, but you know, at some point you need to keep your
Tell us
cards.
what has Babu done? What has Babu done?
I don't have that capacity to utter everything for you. You are not a child, man.
Also
You
are
need
just,
to read between the lines, my
you are just
friend.
a wrong debater.
Now, this has become argumentative, and nobody is coming up with actually a substantial evidence. It's just more of feelings and all that. Okay, and we might not have all the facts right, but because my person has been ditched or something or so forth, and now I have to be bitter because of this and that. No, that is very wrong. You know, just 30 minutes to share on what you guys are talking about. Baba Wino has been nurtured since he was a student leader in the University of Nairobi. Okay. Now, I don't see a point whereby he should be complaining anymore. Because right now he's mature enough politically to even make his own decisions. That's why he's teaming up with the Saboti MP and all that to form their own coalition. Yeah, so which is a good move. So he cannot still. Can I just finish? I don't like being interjected.
Finish. I want to answer you.
Okay, very good. Yeah, so you cannot say, okay, fine. I have to come back again to ask for more. I think he has been nurtured very well politically, so he's upright. He can forge forward. He can come up with decisions to strengthen his political ambitions by himself, not actually depending on ODM. The same thing happened to Ruto. Ruto was in ODM. Now he defected. He formed his own political party. Now he's a president. So anything can happen. So you cannot blame someone because of a political alliance or something. No. And let us not actually drive our feelings to that.
You know what? Then ODM is a bad party. You're saying people are leaving ODM and succeeding. Then ODM should style up. Why leave people to go outside there and you have nurtured them? You can't say you have nurtured somebody and then when you leave them they grow. They do better. Ni kama niko na mtu in a relationship and then when tumachana alafu he's an ex alafu ni faulu aseme oh mimi ndo nilimsaidia mimi ndo nilifanya. No, you can't be like that. It's very toxic. Then ODM is very toxic.
I believe that is an ambiguous assumption. Okay, there are still people in ODM and they are doing very well. I don't see if there is a problem there. ODM is still a big political party in Kenya and has a lot of saying and pulls a lot of votes. Talk of Nyanza province and part of Western. So we cannot say, okay, ODM now is failing. And to just come back on the topic of the day, when you're talking about Gachagwa's, let me just say Gachagwa's political party, because it tends to be controlling a lot of things, but it is too early actually to say now it is diminishing, because we've not even had from him.
Yes, it's too early to say that party is diminishing.
Nelson, I don't like being interjected, and I wouldn't interject you as well. Yeah, okay. Very good. Sorry. Anyway, so I like when someone comes with the conclusive findings and then say, okay, this is now the way forward. That is the most important thing. Otherwise, right now we'll just be working on speculations, and that cannot actually give us an idea to say now the party is dead. No, we've not even heard from the party chairman himself. So let's take things the way they are. Okay, not because, okay, I'm a pro-government now, we say, okay, fine. Because I just want to taint this thing, let me just say anything. No, we take things the way it are, based on the provided statistical findings and all that and so forth. So Okay, thank you. What did you want to say, Mr. Otieno?
I wanted to say this. You have stated very well you are pro the government. Have you are people mad? Are people mad saying this government has done totally nothing? Because this government is treating people as people who are seeing things being done humongously, and then it's like nyinyi ndio wendazimu, see we are just okay, and the government is moving very well. Why are you pro government and all these things have happened until now? You supporting the government is like you saying that, oh, our kikufa it's okay, people dying is okay, people dying, oh, corruption is okay. Is you accepting that corruption is okay, youth being killed is okay? Is you accepting MPs to be manipulated with cash and passing very bad laws in this country? And it's okay, it's fine because I'm in the government, I'm eating, I'm being paid salary. How heartless can you be?
Do you have evidence?
Okay, can I, because it was touching Baba Kenya, it was touching me directly before I even keep quiet forever. Yeah, when you're talking about how are we supporting the government, and yet on your side you don't see what the government is doing right. The only thing you can see is wrong. And let me tell you this, there is no any government that is perfect, okay? But at the end of the day, we should also be in a position to give the government credit on their merits. You know, that is where now our opposition friends go wrong. You know, there are a lot of good things going on in the country, but we are not mentioning
what is it? State kindly give us points.
Let me just state one by one. Let's just give it 3 points. Okay. When you're talking about agriculture, I think I mentioned that before. In Uhuru's government, they were paying coffee and tea farmers 50 to 60 at max per kg every 2 weeks. Okay? As it stands now with the current government, the farmers are being paid 150 to 160 maximum every week. Yeah, and this is evident because we not see farmers complaining. You know, at this time, farmers were complaining they were being paid less, and sometimes they were not even being paid at all on time. That is one. Okay. Two, when you're talking about foreign reserve, you know, a good thing is that I've had a chance to visit all these African countries. I think as it stands now 26, and I can comfortably come and give a finding that Kenya is actually on a better position when you're talking about foreign reserves. Okay? Yeah. The other time, was it last year when I was in Addis Ababa? Yeah. The Kenyan shillings was exchanging to the Ethiopian birr at around 5, I think. One birr was equivalent to 5. As we are speaking right now, the Kenyan shilling has got more value than the Ethiopian birr. The same thing with the Zambian kwacha. Yeah, one Zambian kwacha was exchanging at around 8 Kenyan shillings. Right now, as we speak, it is at around one kwacha is around 5 point something kwacha, almost 50%. Yeah, 50. Yani ilishuka 50%. So that is just to touch on foreign reserves. In the Middle East, and let us not forget about these tariffs wars and all that and so forth. What is happening across? Yeah. So that is just to touch on that. Again, talking about economy, you are seeing that economy is the way it's growing, and the analyst talking about to be #1 economy in Africa, talking about Africa, not even Eastern Africa or East Africa. We're talking about Africa. By 2047 or 20 some around there, yeah, we will be #1. Just the way it is growing at that rate. So, okay, you might be laughing because maybe you might be having
it's a lie. You're talking lies.
Okay, just tell me your things, because this is Can you tell us? Can you tell us what you know about
economy is failing?
Okay, tell me about the economy, because to my knowledge, that is what I know. Okay, and it is there. Actually, you can go and proof check. It is there. Now you tell us what you know about.
My brother,
I think the mic is yours.
Let me tell you about the economy. Please don't talk about economy and you don't know about economy. You are a rich person who is in the government office, who is given money with the government and stays maybe in Dubai or Qatar. That's why you are talking this. But in terms of economy, please let people who know economy of the country, who are still here, who are fighting.
Good, very good.
So
No, you know the economy. Can you tell us now about the economy? Tell us about the economy now. You know better than me.
What runs an economy? People manufacturing. Manufacturing is the first thing which helps in an economy. When people are very employed, that's where people can say this economy is very well, because most people have been employed. They can cater to they can feed their people. They can take their children to schools. That's where we can say this economy is beneficial to the society. Not saying that wewe umelipwa your kids are good, it's okay, but we can see. Roskia, let me tell you, kama umesema about our money it's more valuable than others. Money being valuable does not mean that people are surviving in a good.
I'm talking about foreign
it doesn't relate to the economy at all. It doesn't relate to the economy. The thing that has made our money be valuable is the loans that we are encountering every now and then. We are receiving loans to balance that ifanye pesa yetu ikuwe kubwa, but it's only loans. Kitu ya pili umesema coffee farmers are being given money, but it's the MP who is involved in coffee farming was fighting. We have seen him fighting in the alikuwa hapa kwa Senate juzi wakipigania how watu wao wapate hizi shares na hizi pesa. It's not the government that it was just willing to give out this money. So your privilege ni huyo MP na sahi he's in DCP. Ruto knew that people farmers are doing bad. Let's give them these tokens. Economy is not doing good. People are not employed. Many youths are not employed. Many youths don't have work. That's why your leaders can give people 200 to go and kill other people in the CBD.
You can't argue with the DCP people.
Allow others to speak, because it's like some of them are complaining in the comment section. So
do you know what?
Allow others to speak.
The government of Kenya, the current government, by the way, they have done a great job. They have changed
a great job to you.
Wamebadilisha hii Kenya na wamefanya vitu ambazo the other president wako wamefanya, vitu ambazo hata Uhuru mwenyewe hajawahi fanya. Kibaki hakufanya, Moi hakufanya.
Kazi gani?
My friend, ngoja nikuambie kitu ya kwanza. Wacha tuanze na mambo ya tourist hapa Kenya. Ukiangalia
Nelson, that is not being much.
Wacha kucheka. This is reality. Ukiangalia government ya Kibaki, Moi na ulinganisha na hii government ya William Samoei Ruto, we have a big range whereby most of our visitors Yes, Honorable Nelson.
None other bundles.
Honorable Nelson. Ningependa niseme
Government is doing very well. What was it?
Can you tell us what Ruto has done?
Kisumu technician has really waited for a very long time. Let us give him a chance.
Thank you, Honorable Kalin. Acha nimjibu Nelson ya kwamba kwa discussion ama mtu akiwa mbaya na lazima tuseme yale ambayo amefanya mazuri. Kwa hakika our president alianza vibaya, but kwa sahi hayuko vibaya venye tunasema hivyo. Nimesikia Honorable Nelson akisema kwamba vijana wanauawa. Nataka niulize, kuanzia ile maandamano ya mwisho, kijana yote au Gen Z yote ameuawa kiolela, apart from huyo wa Homa Bay, na ilile haikuwa ya serikali, ili ilikuwa tu ya mwingine. Tangu Ruto achukue uongozi hadi wa sasa.
Kisumu tech. Nikujibu. Kwa sababu you have asked a question.
Just a minute.
Is that a question ama ulikuwa una suggest tu?
Okay. Nijibu basi.
Well, I want to know where you're coming from. Your kama is a question, I answer. If it's not it's just a suggestion, I keep quiet.
From Siaya. From Siaya.
Hey guys, let us tap the screen banner. Let us tap. Okay. Let us tap the screen, please.
Nelson, I just need a question from you.
Some of the players didn't make it to Spain due to the career commitments having moved up the ranks in football. Austin Odongo missed out after signing for China.
I think the Kisumu technician had not finished. Can we please allow him to finish?
So, tangu tumalize maandamano hakuna mtu yeyote ambaye shauawa, kwa kusema tu ukweli. Nimesikia tena Honorable Nelson akisema kwamba mara sijui ODM ni mbaya, sijui wanamtoa nani Babu Owino. Tukumbuke ya kwamba mazuri ambaye ODM ishamfanyia Babu Owino. Babu Owino kenye inamfanya sasa hizi anataka kutoka ODM ni kwa sababu ya kiburi. Hadi walio karibu naye zaidi from Embakasi wanamlilia ya kwamba hataki kutega sikio. Yaani anadhani ya kwamba yeye ndio kila kitu, ambapo haifai. Hata mtu akikusaidia alafu kesho ufike mahali pazuri uanze kumuonyesha kiburi au umuonyesha kwamba sasa yeye ajue wewe ndio unajua, please, hakuna penye utafika, hakuna mahali penye utafika.
Unajua shida ni shida ya Babu ni kitu moja. Babu pia amesaidia ODM. See, this was a two-way traffic. Babu has helped ODM has helped Babu. Na sasa ukifanya kazi pahali, wewe uko na mentality ati wewe ukifanya kazi mahali ni employer wako peke yake anakusaidia. No, ni wewe unafanya kazi, employer wako pia anakulipa salary. These are two-way traffic. Si side moja. Si ati umekaa kwa nyumba kama watu wengine hapa wanakaa kwa nyumba wanalipwa. These are two-way traffic.
Okay, just
na kama employer yako hataki kupandisha cheo na you umehitimu kupandishwa cheo, then unaenda kwa kampuni nyingine nje unaweza pata hiyo cheo.
Sikiza. Kupandishwa cheo kwa ODM, unajua kwa nini baada hajaipandishwa cheo?
Si cheo, ni anataka governor. Babu wants governor.
Let me tell
but you want Sakaja.
Let me tell you the reality.
anything.
Let me tell you the reality about governorship of Babu Owino. Babu Owino haezi karan Nairobi County. Babu Owino hawezi kuwa governor wa Nairobi. Sincerely speaking, please. Please.
Give us reasons.
He's not mature enough in politics. And then
Sakaja is mature.
Chest thumping. In Nairobi, let me tell you one thing. In Nairobi, hapa ndio capital city. There's a lot of businesses ambayo iko hapa Nairobi. Wanaoambia governor Babu Owino ya kwamba asimamie governor ni wale Wakikuyu ambao wanataka kumtoa pale Embakasi East. Anaambiwa kwamba sasa enda usimame governor kwa sababu wote nakupenda. But ukianza kuangalia yani ideas ama vitu ambazo anataka kufanya hapa Nairobi hana. Like Embakasi East ashakuwa MP for how long? And imagine saizi ndio anajenga barabara, saizi ndio anafanya vitu huko kwa sababu anataka governor Nairobi. Babu Owino bado haizi kuwa governor Nairobi. Aende pole pole ataipata, but sio sahihi.
I'm not a Luo, and I don't subscribe to tribal politics, but I'm wondering when Luos are the ones who don't want Babu to vie for governorship. I'm truly wondering.
Stop the screen bwana. Hata tukiongea, let us stop the screen. Alafu nafikiria the topic is ni nini inaweza fanya Ruto achaguliwe tena, ama ni nini inaweza fanya asichaguliwe tena. Hivyo nafikiria ni topic inaweza chaguliwa. Topic ni vitu kama hizo mbili. Sasa mimi nasikia Babu Owino anaingilia aje hapo. Anyway, Kisumo technology kuongea.
Thank you. Kinaweza fanya president to be re-elected again is that ameweka uongozi wa
hatukusikii vizuri, hatukupati vizuri.
Sorry.
Hatukupati vizuri.
Hayo hapo mnanipata? Kenya inaweza fanya our president to be re-elected again is that ameweka uongozi wake 50-50.
Nina young influencer baby, mute your mic bwana. Mute your mic. Unatupigia kelele.
Hajaegemea upande mmoja. Watu wengi wanaona kwamba President Ruto ni mbaya, ni wale ambao walishazoea au walishajua kwamba serikali ni yao. Haitatoka
politics. You are just going to tribal politics.
Just a minute, please, Honorable Nelson.
Nipewa watu time bwana. Atundo.
Just a minute.
Unapea mtu time then akimaliza utaribattle bwana. Please. Thank you. Continue Kisumu.
Like by now ukiangalia nini yake ministers wake amechagua kwa kila upande wa Kenya. Compared to the last government au wenye washakuwa kipita, kuna some communities ambao walishajua kwamba wao hawezi pata minister kwa serikali, but tangu Ruto aingie alafu tena waingie kwa Kenya inaitwa broad based government, imefanya watu wote wanajihisi ya kwamba wako kwa serikali. Alafu tena maendeleo hafanyi tu kwa upande moja. Example to our region, Nyanza region, we were left behind for so long, but by now since broad based government kunao maendeleo ambayo inafanyika huko ambayo hata mtu akitaka anaweza hesabia one by one, ambapo inafanya sisi pia tunahisi ya kwamba kumbe tuko Kenya. Na hiyo kitu inafanya kwamba sisi Wajaluo tuseme kwamba kumbe huyu kama ni kuchagua we can re-elect him again. We have some areas like North Rift. Huko pia kunao vitu ambazo zinafanywa ambapo inazafanya pia hao watu waseme kwamba kama ni kuchagua tunachagua huyu tena compared to this opposition leader, these opposition people. So mtu akisema kwamba ati Ruto hafanyi vizuri, yes, kwa upande wake anaweza sema kwamba ati hafanyi vizuri, but Ruto aliingia kwa serikali, unga ilikuwa pesa ngapi? Ilikuwa 230. Alipoanza kupigania mambo ya unga, watu walisema kwamba mara Ruto ni mbaya, Ruto ni mbaya. Sasa hizi ukienda kununua unga ni 130. Ruto aliingia kama mafuta ilikuwa 2 something per liter. by now enda kwa petrol station utapata kwamba imereduce. Ruto alipata kama hii Kenya watu wanalia wengi sana ati haifanyi kazi SHA. By then it was NHIF. Haikuwa inafanya. But by now once usha register ukiwa mgonjwa ukienda kwa hospitali hiyo SHA inakutibu. Tena kunao ni hii kitu inaitwaje? Inaitwa GDP. Rate ya Kenyan shillings ilikuwa inarudi chini. But by now hata saizi ukienda kuangalia hiyo ni rate unapata kwamba like by ukicompare to by dollars unapata kwamba sasa saizi inakuwa stable. Nilisikia kama Honorable Nelson alikuwa anacheka. But saa zingine pia inafaa tuzifanye tu manually than kuwatch tu kwa TV or social media and then to make our decisions there. No. Summarize. Okay, thank you.
Kisumo Tech, unajua kinitaja I join in to answer you. Do I answer you?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. You can, yes. Carry on, Nani. Within 30 seconds.
You know, we had a constitution. We promulgated constitution 2010. What was the use of that constitution? Because I'm wondering, vile watu wa Kisumu, you are saying that you amko mnapata development until kukakuwa na broad-based government. Because kuna kitu inaitwa budget. Kuna kitu inaitwa common distribution of resources to all counties. Your governors were not working paka mkakuwa na broad-based government. Kuna allocation of funds. Haikuwa until last 2 years ago ndio vile tulikuwa na government imeanza kuwa na development. That is a very big problem. And the problem is not even the president I'm seeing right now. The problem is your leaders.
Can I say something because I'm going just for 1 minute and then I drop. Nitaachia wale wengine. Tafadhali kangi. Anyway, you're talking about development after broad-based government. You know, there's no way development can occur when there's a lot of instability. We know what has been happening. There was a lot of sabotage, and when I'm talking about sabotaging, you understand what I mean. So just when the government has now managed to bring stability, that is when now development can be realized. Okay, but just avoiding a lot of things. I would just like to tell people, do research, get enough exposure before you even come and tell us a lot of things here. Okay, you cannot just say, okay, because I didn't, I promised you a motorbike, or I didn't give you a position in a government, or I sacked you, I relieved you duty as a president, or as a minister, or a cabinet, or a deputy president. Now I have a right to fight you. Now I'm right. When I say this, I'm right and you're wrong. No, that is not the way to. We should be smart enough. And I think
this is a republic which has a freedom. People are free to decide what they decide. Gachagua has a right to
anyway,
expose anything that he sees that is not right.
Mr. Nyando, I was just saying that because I was hoping I have something that I need. Yeah.
People have right.
Yes.
Nelson.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, bye guys. That's rest my case there. But it's good. Let's do research. Let's not come here and say a lot of hearsay as well.
Okay. Let me pass the mic to Honorable Young Influencer. Young Influencer.
Yes, I just want to ask Nelson a question.
Yes.
Yeah, you had earlier talked about I don't know who's this guy, and I stand to be corrected. You said the economy is not doing. Yeah, you said the economy is not doing well. What we are seeing is being sustained by loans, right?
Yeah.
So my question is, what's the backbone of economic growth? For economy to grow, what's the backbone? Once you say the economy is growing,
young influencer.
Yes, yes.
Me to my knowledge is when
Yeah.
people are employed, people can feed themselves, people sustainability is achieved across the country. That to me, that economy is doing very well.
That is called definition.
According to me, according to me, yeah.
Can I answer your question in one sentence, please?
Okay.
No, wacha tu ni mjibu.
Oh, yeah.
We are debating.
Sawa.
I think kusema economy iko sawa iko watu si hata kuongea, watu watafeel in which kuna vitu zingine ni basic whereby somebody can afford ile chakula hata kama ni ile mbaya anaweza afford. Number 2, kitu kama education isiwe compromised. Mtu anaweza peleka mtoto wake shule na asome. Number 3, kitu kama health, mtu unaweza enda hospitali upate madawa na urudi uendelee na kazi yako. That's what I think. Economy iko sawa, the basics watu wanaweza afford na watafire. Anyway, tunaweza sema pesa yetu iko juu, pesa yetu iko sawa when you compare. I don't know iko sawa aje because mimi sijawahi kuwa na dola, so that sisi ni watu wenye tumeajiriwa na tuko kwa private sector, so unapata ile vitu zenye tulikuwa tunapata wakati huo kwa sahi hatupati, so we feel the economy is not good.
Amen. Thanks. Young influencer, have you gotten your point? Have you gotten your answer?
Yeah, okay. That's according to your understandings. You are right. But looking at the real definition of economic growth, I think this mostly is based on the GDP. That's the backbone of the economic growth.
Explain GDP, kila mtu understand GDP.
What is GDP? Unajua hiyo ni kitu rahisi sana kuisema, but we don't know it. What is it?
So to say, okay, for us to say that our GDP is good, it must be based on the production side. When you are producing more and exporting more than what we import, that is the GDP is now is becoming higher.
Which is very wrong, young influencer, because as currently as we are speaking, we're importing more than what we are exporting.
So meaning the figures we have are wrong.
Very wrong.
Yeah.
Very wrong.
Kama tunatuma watu waende nje kufanya employment.
We are even exporting our own human. We are exporting even human
resource. Sisi tuna. Anyway.
I think what we lack is the development, but when it comes to growth, there is a growth, but there's no development.
No. Do you know how many factories zenye zimefungwa na people are losing employment because of some policies zenye ziko sawa? If you compare,
young influencer.
Yes.
Google economic growth.
Wacha niwaambie kidogo bana.
Tuambie brother.
Yes, nikianza kwa hizo mambo za kampuni, mi ni kupande pali babadogo pali makampuni ziko. Ukweli sahi makampuni zinafunga juu policies zenye government sahi wameweka na overtaxes zenye wameweka.
That is what I'm saying.
Yes.
Sahi watu wanahangaika, watu wana lose job. Na unapata most kampuni sahi pia wanapunguza watu. Unapata kama walikuwa na 100 people, wana reduce hadi 40, wenye walikuwa na 200 people wana reduce hadi so ama 120, something like that. So mi naweza sema hapo ni economy ndio mbaya.
Inaharibika.
Economy ni mbaya hata unapoangalia hayo makampuni yanapofungwa na ile tax yenyewe yanatoa. Tax inarudisha economy chini. So bado economy ya nchi yetu is not good.
Okay. Acha niwajibu malipa economy.
Kuongezea hapo ndio nani aseme, I think empower kitu. Unaona hata hii empowerment yenye inafanywa hii ni kufuja pesa. Just do something yenye itafanya watu wote wa feel life iko sawa, so that kama mtu ako sawa anaweza ajiri pia yeye mwingine, maybe as a business anaweza weka watu 2 3 kwa hiyo business yake. So sasa ikiwa watu wamefinywa, makampuni ndio hizo zinapunguza watu. Mimi mahali inafanya hata kampuni ilikuwa imetupea insurance, lakini wakati walikuja wakaona hii wamefinywa, mpaka sasa hii mambo ya SHA pia imekuja, wakatuambia enda pasi tibiwa na SHA. Hiyo SHA in fact I don't know hata hiyo SHA vikusanya hiyo insurance ilikuwa tumepewa haifanyi. Whereby we are bad.
Alafu watu kidogo nilikuwa nasema about economic growth. Economic growth it's not only one reason. Vile watu walikuwa nasema only GDP ndio inaweka economic growth. Kuna increase of products. It's not only one factor. Kuna vitu zingine influential zinafanya economy igrow ama ianguke.